Hi viewers and welcome to Display Repair. So you concluded that the starter on your car is bad and now you want to solve the problem. Well, you have a couple of options for doing this, but what should you choose? What's the wisest thing to do? We'll be talking about that in this video, and hopefully this video will help you make a good decision. So stay tuned.
DispairRepair.com. Be sure to visit us at our website DispairRepair.com, where you can find more useful car and driving tips.
Now, dear viewers, the first thing you should do when making this decision, should you buy a new, used, or refurbished starter, is to take your starter apart. Disassemble it. If you're at the mechanics, if the mechanic is going to do the job for you, ask the mechanic to take a look at the starter, okay? And again, on this part, this is why it's always good to know a thing or two about your car and how things function on the car, so it saves you a lot of money lots of times. If you're doing this on your own, disassemble the starter, take the back housing apart, take the solenoid off, take it into pieces, and mainly check the rotor, check the stator, check the brushes, check the commutator, all of the parts inside. Check the bushings also. If you see that the starter is seriously damaged, like in case of previous heavy cranking all the time, if you have some sort of engine problem and you lay on the key all the time to start the engine. If, God forbid, the starter was left engaged with the flywheel due to a bad solenoid, for instance, and it's wrecked apart. In that case, if you see that the starter is totally damaged, if you notice a distinct burning smell from the starter, on that part, I would recommend that you consider buying another starter, not to repair that one. So this is the starting point. Check in what condition your old starter is. If you see that it's beaten up, that it's damaged, and that you have to do a lot of repairs on it, best consider buying another starter. So, dear viewers, let's say you concluded that your starter is in very bad condition, it's totally burnt out, and you want to replace it with a new one, okay? You're not going to repair the old one. From that point onwards, you have essentially three options. The first option is to buy a brand new starter, the second option is to buy a refurbished one, and the third option is to buy a used one. When making this decision, consider two main factors. The first one is how much money you have to spend on this endeavor, and the second one is the overall functionality of that decision you'll make. To simplify, it's going to be a big factor how much money you have in your pocket and how long that solution will last. Regarding a new starter, I must say on this part, without a doubt, that is the best solution. And it is the one with the least fuss, okay? Especially if someone else is going to do it for you, and if you're not going to replace the starter, even if you're going to replace the starter, it's the option with least work involved. So you just take off the starter, insert the new one, reconnect it, and that's that. Also, regarding the functionality part, it is the most long-lasting. Try to buy a starter from a renowned manufacturer, and that is made of good quality. On the market, you'll find essentially two kinds of starters from these renowned manufacturers that are essentially the same as the parts from the factory. It's essentially an OEM part. And the other kind of parts are the so-called replacement parts. I would not like to badmouth replacement parts. There are companies who do their job properly, make these parts properly, and essentially buying them will also solve the problem. The main dilemma is, are you going to find that kind of company? And if you find them, they are not much cheaper than the renowned companies. When buying the starter, buy from a renowned company. If you can't, try to find a company that makes replacement parts in quality. Regarding the option with the refurbished starter, also a very good option. What does it mean to buy a refurbished starter? Well, essentially there are companies out there who take a starter, pull it totally apart, change all the parts that are damaged or that are worn out, like the bushings, the brushes. They may change the rotor, they change the solenoid, and all in all, as an end result, you get a new starter. And in my opinion, when the job is done properly, it is almost equally as good as buying a new one, especially if it's done from a well-known company that deals with this, okay? There are companies out there that refurbish alternators, starters, electric motors of all sorts and so on, and trust me, they know how to do the job. Also, what's a good thing, in most cases, this doesn't have to be a rule, and this is me approximately telling you, in lots of cases, these refurbished starters can be 20 or 30% cheaper than the new ones, And as I mentioned, they are almost equally as good as the as the new ones. So always ask for this option. It's a bit cheaper, and it can be, again, if it's from a good company that does the job properly, it can be a very long lasting and good option. The third option you have is to buy a used starter. Now, I'm going to tell you sincerely, try to avoid this option as much as possible, okay? Where are you going to search for a used starter? You're going to search, at a used car parts shop, if there is one in your country. You're going to search at the junkyard. You're going to search, at various websites and so on that deal with used car parts. And what can I say? It's a 50-50 chance that you're gonna buy yourself a good starter. There's also a big chance that you're gonna buy yourself another piece of junk, and that may be in worse condition than the starter that you already have. What is a very good option regarding used starters? Well, if you manage to find a car that was, God forbid, in an accident or something like that, where the engine is intact, it's a lower mileage car. When you take a starter from that car, that's a good deal, especially since those starters cost about a third of the price that a new one would. Half or third of the price, So if you find it in that condition, it's a pretty good deal. What I would always recommend if you buy a used starter is to open it and check its condition, check the brushes, check the bushings, check everything else and see in what condition it is. If you see, again, that it has that burnt smell inside it, if you see that it's worn out, I'm sorry, but you just bought a piece of junk and you will either have to repair it, but you could have done the same thing on the starter that was on your car. It's a risky purchase. But again, if you have to do it, try to find it in as a good condition as possible and from a used car that doesn't have much miles on it. So, dear viewers, to resume, if you want to solve the problem properly, if you have the money, and if you want a long-lasting solution, buy the new starter, install it, and call it a day. I can almost guarantee that if you buy a starter from a renowned manufacturer, install it, you will be free of any kind of starter problems for, I don't know, a decade, provided that the engine starts properly. If you have less money, go for the refurbished option. Equally as good. Again, you can get a lower price, and just make sure that it's from a good company. If you buy a poorly refurbished starter, it won't last that long. Finally, if you're low on money and if you don't have any other option, go for the used starter and just pray to God that you find a good one, because it's very hard to find. So, dear viewers, that's it for this time. I hope this video helps you make the right decision. I know this sounds a bit sort of daunting, but with cars there's lots of philosophy involved, and you always have to be careful if you want to save yourself some money, times, and some nerves. If you find the time, like and subscribe. It's a huge help for the channel. Also, watch our other videos. There you'll find some useful tips about simple car maintenance, about driving, and all in all about car related topics. Once more, thank you for watching, thank you for your time, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.